Gabby the game night, Gabby the game night, Gabby the game night, yay.
Watch closely, it's showtime!
What the fuck put a spotlight in the courtroom?
Well, you have a few thumbnail options.
What an amazing trick! The witness has on display to two people.
It's not a trick, no gimmick either. We're simply twins.
What?
Twins?
Yeah, there's something I remembered of the case. So that's how the teleportation trick works. So when you took one of the voices, you took both. I gave you two characters' voices, I tricked you.
Ever since our debut, I've had to hide and pretend I'm Bonnie. All cute and sweet and goody-goody. I can't tell you how stressful it's been. But I don't have to hide anymore. That's right, our days of sneaking around are finally over.
The cover is blown, but they actually seem pretty happy about it.
So which of you is the nice Bonnie to fame we met in the dressing room? That would be me.
And the sharp-tongued Bonnie we saw with the waiting Zwaha on the stage was...
Hey, who are you calling sharp-tongued?
It's all starting to make sense now. Betty DeFam. Fame. Fuck. So, Mr. Justice, this changed the facts of the case rather dramatically, doesn't it? It certainly does. During the show, it was Bonnie who was on stage the whole time. So Bonnie couldn't have committed the crime. But Betty, on the other hand, who was on the stage, did have the opportunity.
Have we ever
noise.
Have we ever seen two people on the witness stand at the same time before?
I'm not sure.
Feels novel.
Well, so now we have two suspects. I don't think we have.
Wait just a minute there, Lobster Boy. I didn't do it.
I know in like the greatest, I think that you can have up to like 3 people on the stand or something.
That's right, Betty might have a foul mouth, but she'd never kill anybody.
It's like the special mechanic of the game.
Hey, who's got a foul mouth here?
I love it.
I
like this whole case.
Well, speak up, huh?
Please save your sibling squabbling for later. Betty, you must have been in the unstaged passage during the show. Otherwise, you wouldn't have known about the stage lifts being moved. So what exactly were you doing down there?
Fine, I'll testify. Anything to get you off my back.
Excuse Almighty. Betty DeFame is ready to testify. What do you say?
Betty, you lied to this humble servant of the Holy Mother.
Hey, what else could I do? I couldn't blow a cover and ruin our magic act. Key! Besides, am I going to go to your twilight hell or whatever for being a liar?
You will indeed. However, it won't be after your death. Rather, I shall give you a taste of your punishment on this mortal coil in interrogation hell.
Now then, Betty DeFame, please explain to this court. What exactly were you doing under the stage? I feel like you aren't sounding nearly as pissed off as you should be with Saad Mahdi.
It's not easy to make that
He
voice.
sounds a bit too floaty.
Yeah, well, I mean,
pissed
that's
off.
kind of what we did to begin with.
Need to go a bit less floaty when he gets pissed off.
I'm gonna lose. That's the whole character of his voice, is that floaty quality.
It's true, I had business under the stage passage because of the upcoming trick. It was the fire trick, right? The one Mr. Ruse was supposed to do? That's right. It's a very dangerous trick, so I had to make sure we were prepared for it. It was in the script, and I really wanted to see it, but I couldn't because of the accident. Shut up, you're gonna give it away! Anyway, I was real busy. Yeah, way too busy to have the chance to kill Mr. Ruse.
Well, that was certainly different.
Gee, how's that for flawless testimony and alibi?
These two are fun.
Oh, magic is real. It's not a trick or a gimmick.
Oh my, she's floating. Your Honor. You can see she's being held up from below.
You were supposed to pretend you didn't see that. It's a little something called etiquette.
But can't help it. Whenever I see a contradiction or inconsistency, I just have to point it out. Now then, the defense may begin its cross-examination. What happened on say? Okay, I wasn't listening half this. Just gotta make sure you're prepared for it. Okay, well, what if I show that you weren't prepared for it at all? Well, I guess that. Yeah, let me just press on that a little bit first. And you're taking every necessary precaution, is that right?
Of course, every precaution. After all, it's a very dangerous trick that uses real fire. I mean, we had to be ready in case the curtain caught on fire or something, right? By the time people realized it wasn't a part of the act, it might be too late, huh?
By people, you mean Athena Sykes, then yes. Wow, fire trick. That sounds really impressive.
Hee, your beard would go up in smoke, old man. I bet people would mistake you for a cue ball or something without it.
A cue ball?
But Betty, don't be rude to the judge.
Hee.
Betsy, do you know that fire trick?
I see the fire trick was a part of the script. Seems Mr. Ruse was scheduled to perform it later in the show. Did you not get to see him practice it beforehand?
No, during rehearsal. He said he didn't feel well, so he couldn't breathe any fire for me.
Wait, let me get this straight. He couldn't breathe fire because he wasn't feeling well?
My magical powers appear to be on the wane today. That's what he said.
So it's just a part of his usual, the great Mr. Ruse shtick. I'd fuck with that line.
It's really too bad I didn't get to see the trick because of the incident. Which was completely unexpected, of course. Hey!
So what exactly do you mean by you're gonna give it away?
See, Barney, you and your big mouth. Now Lobster Boy wants to know what we're talking about. I'm sorry.
Yes, well, if you weren't preparing for the next magic trick, I'm sure you wouldn't have had the time to commit murder.
Wow, looks like the old geezer isn't senile just yet, huh? I bet you live a good long life.
Oh, I'm Santa Claus, apparently. I plan to be staying up here for at least another 10 years.
10 more years? I don't know about that.
What did we discuss about inner monologues in there?
Well, more power to you, I guess. In any case, I was so busy I didn't have the time to off anybody.
I am gonna go for me. Many dangerous tricks. Try to make sure you're prepped for it, but you weren't prepped for it because you just put out the fire bucket. But the fire bucket wasn't prepared at all. Also, fire bucket isn't a very good way to prepare either. Very well prepared. I hate to break this to you, Betty, but there's a big flaw in your testimony. As big as the one that in that floating trick you did earlier.
Ew, harsh words. Well, let me tell you something, forehead boy. No one has ever figured out how we do our teleportation trick.
No one except me, you mean?
Well, we have even better tricks up our sleeves. Huh? We do? I told you to keep it zipped.
Now, don't fight, you two. Mr. Justice, what about this flaw in the testimony? The script has this to say about the fire trick. This will be dangerous. Make sure the fire bucket is ready. However, we found the fire bucket lying empty backstage except for a layer of dust.
Yeah, yep, stuff. Ouch!
You didn't even attempt to get ready for the next trick, did you, Betty?
Yeah, you got me!
Betty DeFame, you will explain yourself.
There's nothing to explain. Come on, Betsy, we can't hide it any longer. We might as well tell them. Shut up! You can barely take care of yourself. Don't try and tell me what to do.
Well, if neither of you will explain, I guess I'll have to. The reason Betty didn't prep for the fire trick is because she knew the show wouldn't go on, probably. Always be saving, just in case you're stupid. You didn't prepare with the fire trick because you knew, didn't you? You knew that the body would be found and that the show would be cancelled.
Ah! Don't be ridiculous, you insignificant speck of a man. I'm gonna yank those lame bangs of yours off. Is that what you want? Huh?
Whatever, they can grow back. Now stop stalling and just tell us the truth already.
I can't reveal my secrets. I'm a magician.
Objection.
You have been chasing the shadow of an illusory corporate defense. And having chanced upon a convenient target, you have let yourself get carried away.
Exactly. Where's your proof, huh?
And yet, I can see that the witness's taste for false words has also been proven. I advise you to confine your deceitful trickery to your magic act, witness.
God, deceitful trickery?
As your court-appointed therapist, I'd like to add something here, Betty. You finally let yourself be who you really are. But if you continue to hide behind lies, you'll just be imprisoning your heart all over again.
All these questions mean you're trying to put me in prison for real. So I'll be behind bars either way.
Does this mean you're admitting your guilt?
Of course not. Can't believe you people. Every one of you thinks I did something I didn't do. You. Lobster Boy, Cue Ball Geezer, Headcase Brat, Cerebrus Monk.
I think that was Cerberus Monk, but oh well.
Cue Geezer?
Headcase Brat? Really?
But Betty, calm down. Come on now. Deep breaths, deep breaths. Look, I'm not the murderer, I tell you.
Then how do you know the show would be called off for the fire trick?
I told you, can't reveal our secrets. We're under contract.
Contract? What is she talking about? Be that as it may, you're obviously a suspect in this case.
Objection. I'm beginning to see the karmic threads that make up the intricate tapestry that is this case.
Huh?
Allow me to summarize your assertions, defense. First, that the victim was killed in the understage passage. And second, that the witness and the accused are the only two who could have done it.
Exactly. What's more, Betty knew that the body would be found. And the magic show would then be called off. Therefore, it's reasonable to conclude that Betty killed the victim understage.
But what if Betty knew the show would be called off for some other reason? You just skipped that without even saying it?
Oh, I'm getting distracted, low-key. Like what?
In the course of my investigation, I found it strange that the dragon set piece fell when it did. That, in conjunction with the body tumbling from the coffin in such a dramatic fashion, all seemed too perfect for mere happenstance. Butterfly.
Butterfly in the sky.
It was as though the entire chain of events had been planned out in advance.
Planned out?
After deciding to take this case, I scrupulously studied everything I could about the mass media in this country. I read the newspaper, old news reports. I even browsed tabloid magazines.
How very industrious of you. I'm impressed.
During this process, I learned about a strange practice favored by the TV world. A practice called the hidden camera prank. Betsy and Bonnie, you knew about this, did you not? About the dead body appearing, the set piece falling, the show being suspended. You two were informed of this plan. By Take Two TV in advance, correct?
Is that true?
But Betty, please let's tell them now. I can't hold it in anymore. Dang it! Fine, you got us. Everything the prosecutor said is true. TV station paid us to cooperate with them on this plan. This was all a prank, a big setup planned out in advance. Mr. Ruse showing up dead in the coffin. The set piece falling down. It was all completely scripted.
It was all a prank? Bonnie, is this really true?
Yes, Mr. Ruse was supposed to pretend to be dead. That's how it was supposed to go.
So he was on it too?
That's right. He was supposed to show up dead in the coffin. And then the set piece would fall down. Trucy would be shocked and start to panic. That's how the prank script went.
What? What the heck kind of prank is that? Fuck.
But we never thought he'd actually wind up dead. Yeah, that was the only thing that was different from the script. Poor Mr. Ruse.
So completely lost right now. Well, Betty and Bonnie, certainly sounds like you have some explaining to do.
All right. I guess desperate times call for desperate measures. Just this just once will share how it was done with you. So listen carefully, you'll never hear this kind of thing anywhere else. After our teleportation trick, I went down on the stage. And Mr. Roos's body appeared from the coffin on stage. It was time for Betty to do her job in the understage passage. That's right, I used the remote control for the winch connected to the dragon set piece. I made it fall down. Just before the dragon fell, I called Trucy to the backstage so she wouldn't get hurt. After that, the plan was for Mr. Roos to come back to life in front of a panicked Trucy. He was supposed to laugh and fly up and away. That's how it was scripted anyway. But for some reason, he really did turn up dead, so he kind of just stayed on the ground.
What kind of sick joke is that? Sounds like a terribly mean-spirited prank to me. Poor defendant was trying to do a magic show.
I guess so. I'm sorry, Trucy. Whatever. It was all the ratings Roger's idea anyway. Yeah, it sounds like just the kind of thing a guy like him would come up with. This is the prank plan script we got from the ratings Roger.
The ratings Roger.
Dang it, you made us break our contract. Now we won't get paid.
But this all leave us. Who killed the victim and when?
Yes, exactly. Those are the key questions. If Mr. Roos was only pretending to be dead in the coffin as part of the prank, then when was he on the stage? There would still be life within him. And if that is the case, then Betty, who was also on the stage, may be excluded from our list of suspects.
Ah!
Witness was the victim alive up until he entered the coffin.
Oh, well, now that we've spilled the beans, we might as well show you this video.
Hey, yo, what up? I'm alive! How did I say I'd take his voice if he spoke? Goddamn, I didn't know he actually would speak. Greetings, viewers, it is I, the great Mr. Roos. We are currently in the middle of Trucy's escape trick. Having snuck through the understage passage undetected, I am now hiding backstage, preparing to play a little prank on Trucy. I'm about to hide in the coffin with Trucy will stab with a rubber sword. And when the coffin opens, I will be in it, acting as though I've met my maker. Can you imagine the look on Trucy's face then? I can hardly wait.
I just want to say he's not moving much in that video. It's clearly fake. It's clearly just a still frame.
He's about to hide in the coffin?
It would seem the threads of karmic destiny have led us to the truth. The victim passed through the understage where Betty DeFame was, and came up into the backstage area. We know this because Mr. Roos appeared to be backstage when he shot the video we saw.
It appears that way, yes.
And defense, you proposed the following, did you not? What if the victim was killed under the stage before being put into the coffin? But then what about this video?
That's a still frame!
This footage was taken just before Mr. Roos entered the coffin.
I'm not gonna remember his voice again if there's any more videos of him.
It's kind of like Apollo if he became a supervillain.
Apollo if he became a
Like,
supervillain.
if Apollo
does my voice if I became a supervillain.
If Apollo becomes the Joker.
If I became the Joker, okay. So me doing a half Joker impression.
Apollo is not your normal voice. You definitely put on a little bit of an effect for it.
It's mostly my normal
Oh, I found the lid in my water. I don't know how it got down there.
You'll say everyone is Rocky, but you won't say Apollo's my normal voice.
Apollo's not quite your normal voice.
It's close.
You definitely have a little bit of an effect.
A bit, I will admit. Oh, so what does that mean? Like, this is me, and this is Apollo.
That's just you twice.
No, this is what I do for Apollo, this.
Yes, it is horrible but true. The tragedy did indeed play out right here on the stage. I mean, according to you, all my voices are just me, so...
No, I can just hear you within all your voices.
When the coffin was where Mr. Ruse was hiding, Trucy Wright thrust her blade. There!
See? Told you so!
So, you think the incident was a tragic accident that happened during a prank?
It would be an accident if the accused had no knowledge of the prank beforehand. So let us ask the accused herself. Miss Wright, did you have prior knowledge of the prank?
Oh, I forgot you were here, Trucy. What? I... Tell him, Trucy, you didn't know anything about it, right? Of course I didn't. I didn't know a single thing about it.
Still think you can play innocent, do you? In that case, you leave me little choice but to present this piece of evidence.
That was good. Looks like some sort of note.
Yeah! A note. That's...
I found this note in the dressing room after the incident. At the time, I did not understand what it meant, but it's all clear to me now.
What's this?
Let's see, it says, get the video camera after Mr. Ruse comes tumbling out. It is a note signed by the accused.
Damn, that's not what I was looking to show.
Instructing Bonnie to collect Mr. Ruse's video camera from him, it seems.
How can you prove that's actually a signature, though?
I don't get it. It doesn't make any sense.
I found it in the dressing room before the show. When I saw it, I realized that Trucy knew about the prank.
That was better signature, I'll give you that much. So did Finny have prior knowledge of the prank?
Would appear so, yes. When she learned about the plan to trick her, she decided to use it to her own advantage. So she thrust the steel sword into the coffin where the victim stood chuckling to himself. Is that not what happened, Ms. Wright?
Of course not. I didn't write or sign that note.
Ah, but the handwriting matches yours. All of the evidence and testimony points to you being the culprit.
But I didn't do it. It wasn't me.
Then explain the existence of this note. You can do that, can you not?
I can't explain. I didn't write it, so I don't understand. I didn't kill Mr. Boots. You have to believe me. Silence is deafening.
Continue struggling against the threads of your own karma if you wish, accused. Even as you are inescapably caught in the web of fate you've spun for yourself. Ms. Wright, it is time to resign yourself to your fate.
No, I didn't do it.
That sweet-looking girl, a murderer?
She took all of us in with that act of hers.
I told you, you skipped my dialogue.
I skip it.
Damn it.
I didn't do it. I really didn't. Why doesn't anyone believe me?
Shut up, you killer! We won't fall for that anymore!
Damn. This is bad. Nice clap.
Your Honor, I suggest we put an end to this tragedy now. Give your official ruling and let us offer the victim's soul the last rites it deserves.
Very well. I suppose I have no other choice. This court hereby file one objection. But let me start speaking before you objected. The defense has an objection. Apollo?
You! Even now, you would?
I won't give up, and I refuse to let either of them down. Mr. Wright, who's counting on me, and Trucy, who's put all her faith in me. Mr. Justice, the fact that you have raised an objection means that you have evidence with which to refute the prosecution's claims, correct? Yes, of course, Your Honor.
Do we really have anything, Apollo?
Actually, we do. There's one piece of evidence we can present here. There is. Very well, Mr. Justice, you may proceed. As we saw in the show footage, there's no question that the defense thrust a sword into the coffin. The defense doesn't dispute this point. But let's not forget that this was a magic show filled with tricks and illusions. We can't take everything we see at face value. So you're saying there's some sleight of hand involved? Yes, the defense contends that the sword that the defendant used was not the cause of death. And what was it that Trucy told me she did just before she thrust the sword in the coffin? Very well. Let's see your evidence then, Mr. Justice. But remember, you interrupted my verdict to make this claim. So you'll be severely penalized if I find you are bluffing. Okay, I'll just save the game now. And this won't be an skill. That's fine, Your Honor. This shows that it's possible that the sword Miss Wright used is not the cause of death. Well, so it's possible.
The wound to his back?
Oh, yeah, that's only...
Maybe.
Feels like a thing, but... Here's the episode who says so. This probably has nothing. No. Is it the sword stand at the episode?
How would that prove anything?
Well, if the sword that she stabbed in the coffin was set there, then like...
It says it contains the rubber sword, not the actual sword.
Yeah, the sword, Trucy said... The episode Trucy said she swapped him for the trick. I don't know, man. Do you have a bad... I mean, I could try and go for the...
Yeah, that's what I'm
stab
thinking.
to the back.
Either out of the autopsy report.
Back someplace.
Either one of those, I'd say.
It's not that one. I'm going with the sword stone. Probably should have saved close to the thing. Damn, wasn't that either. Oh wait, is it? Told you! What's this? A sword from the show? That's right, Your Honor. This episode was in the sword stand on the stage. During the trick, Miss Wright was supposed to swap the real sword for a rubber sword. She told us on record that she remembers very clearly that she did. I see, so the sword the defendant thrust in the coffin was a rubber sword, was it? Then why was a steel sword found laying on stage? Somebody must have put the steel sword there by swapping it with the rubber one. Just after the incident occurred, the dragon set piece fell and the theater was evacuated. The real culprit must have used the resultant chaos. Swapped the rubber sword for the steel one. Nice clap.
Do you not know when to give up, Stinkbug? This is not possible. Blood was found in the coffin hole that the sword was thrust into. It must have been left there when the accused withdrew the sword. This is incontrovertible proof that the sword she used was the steel one.
That blood could be the result of someone tampering at the crime scene after the fact. As the set piece fell and the audience cleared out of the theater. There's plenty of time for somebody to plant that blood there.
If the sword the accused used was a rubber one, then when exactly did you propose the victim was killed, given that Mr. Ruse was alive when he entered that coffin?
Finding the answer to that question is precisely why we need to continue this trial. Let me express my opinion. By all accounts, it is certainly reasonable to suspect the defendant based on the evidence. As to the question of whether the sword the defendant used was rubber or steel, I believe further discussion is warranted. I suggest we hear from the defendant herself on this issue.
Very well, Your Honor.
Yes, I saved it. Somehow. Too close for comfort, but still. I was adjourned for a brief 15-minute recess. I advised the prosecution and the defense to use this time to prepare. Thanks for watching this episode, Gabby the Gamer. Like, comment, subscribe, go to visit, more importantly.
There was a Batgirl in that video. Why don't we make that pun?
Good.
Na 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 na. Gabby the Game Night, Gabby the Game Night, Gabby the Game Night, yay. Come on and watch her play. New games every other day. If you subscribe now, you won't miss out on any of the action. So come on, click that subscribe button.